Yes, boys and girls, welcome back to the Graft Kings podcast. We are in Melbourne today. I know I think we've missed 1 week of the pod.
Yeah.
We will explain exactly why, but we are back in action. It's been very fucking hectic, but we're here.
Yeah,
for
real.
Left Bali behind and we are in Australia.
Hope you're enjoying the view, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely
Banging.
backdrop of Melbourne. This is our first full day in Melbourne, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been to 2 cities already. We've been to Gold Coast and Whitsundays. We're not going to tell you too much about our trips because what we've learned along the way is when we created Graft Kings Daily, what it kind of did is suck the energy out of the main vlogs. We're still going to keep it, but we're going to do more like side mission stuff on that kind of channel. But we also don't want to discuss too much on pods when we haven't released the vlog. So we can touch on stuff, but don't go into too much detail on what we're getting up to.
Someone made a comment, didn't they?
Yeah.
What's that, bro?
Someone made a comment saying the daily and the vlog was too similar. So
Yeah, we get it.
To be fair, we did do 2 vlogs in 4 days.
But respectfully, that was in Singapore and there wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And we were still trying to get out main
Content,
vlog and daily.
We
So
probably could have just done dailies in Singapore.
Nah, I did need a main.
But
Do you
maybe
reckon?
it didn't need
no,
2.
it needed a main.
Maybe
but-
one daily, one main.
Right, okay, fine.
we didn't need to do 2 days.
There was a bit of crossover, but we've learned.
Yeah, we've learned. That's how you learn, right?
Mirk, why have you got a shitter hat, bro? This is the shitter hat offence. Wait, before we go into it, how many times have you worn it now, including this?
It's been a few times. One was a false accusation
Go on then. Explain yourself.
when I invited a sandwich to a picnic and the sandwich didn't turn up.
I couldn't even eat the
That
sandwich.
was a false accusation.
It's like you went and paid for like a meal deal and didn't get to eat it.
Yeah, like when we was in Ibiza and ordered that Burger King and didn't get it because our flight went.
that was sad.
It was like
I
that.
remember that.
That was a sad.
That
time.
That's
was
expensive
bad,
Burger King.
That
as
was
Yeah,
well.
it
so
was.
annoying, mate.
Yeah.
I did tell you not to
Last
order it
call
as
when
well.
I was just looking at the burger going, there's a number here. Like, didn't get it.
So right, there's 2 accusations on my name.
There's actually 3, but we can't remember the other
I don't
one.
think there's 3. I think there's 2.
There's 3.
I don't think there's
Anyway,
but
let's go
anyway.
with the ones we know.
So accusation number 1, I'll explain them first, then we'll go into detail. I grafted a bird for 3 weeks and she didn't put out. Accusation number 2, nearly wrote off the whole operation by losing the camera bag.
Yeah, that was today.
That was this morning.
Yeah.
We would not be filming this if we didn't find the bag.
The Graft Kings would cease to exist almost.
Not forever, but for at least a good month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got here and bro didn't get the one bag that was the most important, which was the camera bag.
You left it
and
in
had
the
all the
cab.
SD cards and everything in there.
Like about 4 or 5 SD cards.
2 cameras.
That's all of our
3 cameras. Had the
cameras,
G7X
had the
in there
Canon
as well.
in it as
Oh
well.
no,
God.
had both GoPros in there as
all
well.
our
And the GoPro.
And then you took the AirTag out.
Yeah, I took the AirTag out to put it in the main luggage because I thought,
crazy.
well, no one's going to lose the camera bag. It's on their
I
back.
trust Mirk.
To be fair, I've done a good stint of not losing it. I'm
mean,
sure
should
other
never lose, not
yeah,
lose
no,
it,
I'm
bro.
sure other YouTubers lost camera bags.
Don't try and
Maybe,
deflect
but
it, bro.
exactly, yeah. Bro, he's trying to
Human
deflect
error,
it.
innit?
So wait, he has to wear this again then, or is
No,
it we
it's
combine
double-
it? in one
double
thing?
He's
the
lucky that we're combining it because he was already
Combine
wearing it.
We'll combine it.
But remember this when court comes round.
The first offence is bad enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, the first offence was that's pretty diabolical.
Yeah, Mirk went to Bali and found himself.
I didn't find myself.
We didn't like the version that he become.
Yeah.
We need the old Mirk back.
Yeah, we do.
I remember when you
You
was
started
good.
wearing linen trousers.
About
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That's
Yeah,
not an
exactly.
offence.
You found yourself out there.
I found you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a compliment, if anything.
Why are you looking at him for?
It was an offence.
What, didn't you know that Ozzy invented linen trousers?
that. Did you not know?
God's sake.
No, I didn't like. I remember when you used to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't really know. I think I just fancied the challenge, and you know what it was? It started off like the first time I was like, all right, she ain't gone over. Sometimes birds don't go over on the first time. Then it kind of went 2 days, 3 days, and I was like, this is a bit annoying. Then I told you lot about it, and you were like, we got to chop it now, you ain't gay. And then I got sucked into this 3-week wormhole
Fucking hell.
of I was so committed into it. You know when like Joey did that standoff on TikTok?
Yeah. Fucking.
It was like that. I was like, can't quit.
I respect the graft.
I respect
Yeah,
it as
the
well. We
hustle
are
was
called the
there.
Graft
Respect
Kings.
the hustle, and it's
Yeah.
to prove himself and us a point as well.
Yeah.
But I do remember you specifically saying, if I have a bit about me and I know what I'm doing and I know anything about winner, I'm going to chop
I
it.
feel like you said that and I agreed.
No, you said it. You was like, then I don't know nothing about the game. Something along those lines. Don't quote me for exact quote, but you did say that.
No, I feel like you said it and I agreed.
No. 1,000,000% you said it, bro. Don't deflect it. Even if I said it, you didn't do it. So,
Anyway, long story short, it just didn't work out. It was a good challenge
bro's been having ferocious tugs since.
Have you spoke to him since?
here and there.
Interesting.
Was you chopping other things in between?
Yeah. Chop the day before you arrived back.
Okay, cool.
Last minute 93rd kill. That's why we kind of eased off him a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get them other
Oh no, that would
kills,
be even worse. we'll be going in at him even
I
more
might even
now.
have to buy you a suit.
And you said if the thingy thing converts, then you'll get off my back.
Who?
The thing from Burley Pav.
How are you going to
No,
convert
I didn't say that. Oh no,
come
I
in
said it
Sydney.
that night, mate.
She's coming to Sydney.
Not specifically to see me. Apparently, she's in Sydney the same dates we're in Sydney.
No. I said it that night that she was planning to come. I said if she comes if she comes
You
tonight,
redeemed yourself.
I won't say nothing for the rest of the
Bro,
trip.
we checked out at 4 a.m. and I was sleeping in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Not my problem. A real Graft King would have done it.
Yeah.
Don't lie. You said she didn't reply back because you had like a single bed in the kitchen. Something like that.
He's so quick at making stuff up, isn't he? He's so quick.
He was like, she didn't reply. Like you spoke out loud. I
I was
remember,
getting media trained, didn't it? You remember though?
I studied, bro.
Yeah, and then the second offence, I nearly lost the camera bag. That was pretty hectic.
That was panic moment, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that you come into the shower. I was showering this morning. Went, yo, where's the camera bag? I went, I don't know. You're responsible for it. And then he comes back later, and you can see the panic in his face. He's like,
But Yo's in the shower, like, you are having me on,
I went, I know you're all don't fuck about with me. I was like, I know you're fucking around. He went, yo, I wouldn't be fucking about like this. I can't find the camera bag.
He was just storming up and down, and the apartment's not that big.
naked.
Bro done about 10k steps.
But I was
But
panicking.
the thing is, I couldn't remember where it was. That if I knew it was in a taxi, I'd been more chill about it. But I was like, I actually don't remember if I brought it or not.
We haven't had alcohol in
Luckily-
3 days either, so there's no excuse.
Well, luckily we had the content from the airport. Too.
Yeah.
Like, he
And
had it on
pictures, and I
there.
took a
Yeah.
picture in the hallway and he didn't have it on. I was like, right, it's in the cab.
Oh, well, we've got it.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Yeah.
Right here now.
Cool.
So, guys, today we're going to give you a recap of Bali because we haven't done that yet. Obviously, we gave you pods whilst in Bali, but not actually about Bali. And then we're going to give you a bit of a debrief on the first, 10 days in Australia?
Yeah, first few.
Yeah,
first
we'll give you a little
couple-
10
recap.
days, yeah.
How do you lot feel moving out of Bali now? Like
Sad.
The fact that we was there,
Yeah.
we was
Sad.
there for like 2.5 months.
So we had I think we've maybe spoken about this before. We had a period leading up to Singapore, which was like mid-Feb, where we was like, right, we're done with Bali. We went to Singapore, had a taste for that for 4 days, and was like, oh my God,
Get us back.
get us back to Bali.
Yeah.
Fell back in love with Bali when we moved back. I went to Dubai in between that time as well. Fuck yeah, I've been to Dubai since the last pod. Went to Dubai, and I still had that craving for Bali. I was like, I can't wait to get back to Bali. Got back to Bali. I was only back there for like 1 day, and I was like, oh my God, I don't really want to leave. Bali was amazing.
Yeah, okay. Question, because we're so busy, guys. Like, we don't, to be honest, obviously we talk about everything off camera as well, right? But like when we do these pods, this sort of pod, like a debrief pod, this is like the proper time we actually get to sit and talk about and reminisce. Like, other than that, we're too busy with other stuff to actually sit and ask each other questions and, like say, reminisce on stuff. So like, in your own opinions, how do you, like, 'cause obviously we all had high expectations of Bali before moving out here, of what we wanted to do with the brand, how we wanted to grow, what we wanted to achieve. How do you boys feel, or what do you feel as though it's done for the brand? Do you all feel as though it was the right move? Should we have been longer? Should we have stayed shorter? Anything more we could have done? Like, honest opinions.
I think the question really on top of that is, where would it be if we hadn't gone to Bali?
Well, okay, yeah, let's answer that after then.
No,
So
but the
first
reason
of all-
I'm answering that is because it kind of leads up to that. So if we had stayed in the UK, it wouldn't have grown at the pace it's grown now. Regardless if we thought it's where it needs to be off the back of Bali, maybe we thought it would have been bigger, or like maybe would have grown a bit like more than what we are. I don't think it would have been half of where we are if we hadn't, or put half the content
agree.
if we hadn't left the UK.
Yeah, I
so it was the most logical decision to make. So for me, it was worth every single minute, every single penny, every single like good and bad thing we've done.
Yeah.
Because we learned a lot as well.
Yeah, a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Like we wanted to put out content relentlessly, and we did that with the main vlogs. And what's the last conversation we had? We want to take a little bit more time on the production of the GKTV because we're doing the dailies now, so we can focus more into that and do it exactly like how it was, rather than putting one out every week.
It's funny because one of the boys said that to me this morning. They was like, oh, I can't wait to see the Australia vlogs coming out. And I said, mate, we're pulling back. I was like, we're going to drop one massive Australia vlog now and make it an absolute movie. And then someone said, oh, we want to see it like the Thailand vlog and we want to see it like the Bali. And I was like, that's exactly our thought process, and that is what we want to do. So, yeah, I agree.
Boys, look, when it comes to community, I know there's loads of them and I know there can be trust issues, but listen to what I'm about to say. We've had about 15 lads fly out all the way from England, Germany, Ireland, just to come to Bali and spend some time with us. They didn't trust us. If they didn't believe in our community, they would not make that 16-hour journey. So guys, if you want to improve your network, your dating, your social skills, if you want to build a brotherhood, join the rightside.com and live the life that we're living.
I think we had to do it though. We had to do back-to-back vlogs. I feel like like the brand needed it.
Yeah, you have to keep trying stuff to find out what works and what doesn't work, right? And obviously, putting out a video every week does work, but it doesn't work when you're scrambling. When there's 4 of us, I know there's 4 of us doing it, but like you've got to try and get edits over, you've got to get footage uploaded. It's like if you had an in-house operation when you've got an editor on site, Yeah, we could probably do one a week, easy variety shot. We did one a week anyway, but I'm saying like it would be a lot smoother operation because you come home from the day, you dump the content, give it to the editor, and you crack on with it. What we're doing is getting the content. It's all in different folders. You got to zip it. You got to put it up to the drive. He's got to send it back down. He's then got to do revisions. It's very hard to turn around 1 week when you've got an operation that's overseas in different time zones.
I think I know we've spoke about this before, but I think everyone who is obviously invested into us and the brand, they know what we do. They only think we do this, like as in sit in front of the camera and do what we need to do, which is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
But people don't realize like we do everything else and beyond and above that. Like we do all the admin, all the outreach and the edits and the fucking revisions, and it takes a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
Like it proved to be a lot more difficult than what we probably expected it to be. Hence why I think maybe when we first moved to Bali, everyone was trying to settle in. And our time management wasn't the best, let's be honest. Like we can have a very transparent conversation. It wasn't.
Well, that's our first experience and first taste of living under one roof together.
Of course. And you're living with other people as well. So you're distracted with all of this shit that's going on and trying to make this operation work. It's not easy. We look like we're having a blast and we fucking are. Listen, I loved every single minute of it.
Yeah, for real.
And it's still like the beginning stage of the fucking year and we've done so much. We've done so much, but it's not as easy as people think it is.
No.
Like point blank, it's not. And I'm not like here playing my violin because someone watching going, well, what are you talking about, mate? You're living your best life. Yeah, we are, but it is difficult, mate.
It comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost.
Yeah.
A cost of uncertainty.
Massive amounts.
Talking of cost,
Yeah, fucking hell.
this operation is expensive,
Yeah.
Yeah,
mate.
you have no idea how much this operation costs.
It is expensive.
We went from the first 14 months of not earning a single penny to now spending more money than God knows how. And again, I'm not saying every single penny goes reinvested. We're not buying ourselves clothes.
No, we're not.
We're not buying ourselves anything. It's literally just paying for to get to location and then paying for cameramen, paying for editors. It's a very expensive cost, and that's because there's 4 of us. But I don't think we'd grow at the rate we did if we didn't have 4 of us anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Like I said to Oz, me and Oz had a conversation. I don't know whether it was in a cab or in a plane or wherever it was, but I said we have to do this, and no one's done it at our stage that we're at. So
so far you just said that.
You're gonna say the same
In
thing?
my head, I was waiting to have that,
2
to
years
say
in
that.
the game, and we're doing essentially
Yeah.
a tour of Australia. We've done Bali beginning of the year, and we're feeding 4 mouths and running this operation. No one does that in their first 2 years. They wait till they've got they've made it and they're established and they've got hundreds of thousands of followers
And then they do it,
500k subs on YouTube or something, or even 100k. We're doing it very, 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 very early.
And I think I've responded to that saying, well, when was GKTV born? It was a year ago?
Yeah.
Just over a year ago, because we started the pod first and then GKTV. So technically, if you're looking at the vlogs from a year perspective, we've done it in a year. The pod is the foundation, but it's the vlogs, which is why we're here, and obviously to travel, but we've done that in a year and a bit. It's crazy.
Do you feel as though we exhausted Bali? Do you feel as though we squeezed everything out of it?
You can always squeeze more out if you've got more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always do more. I think we've done a good job of what we could do.
Yeah.
Obviously there's things to do.
There's still more things to do, but I think we've done a very, very good job.
But then how much more can you do?
Yeah.
Do you know, thinking about it,
getting too same.
Yeah.
do you know, if we went into this operation all caked and all breaded, I think people wouldn't be able to relate to us as much. We don't just do activities and things on we do on camera that just relates to money. We do things that show our brotherhood and friendship and the shit we get up to, the dumb shit, the funny shit, the wholesome shit. That's some things that money can't buy, which is why we're relatable. So if we went into Bali all caked, would we have gone into it just doing the most lavish, most extravagant things?
Yeah, of course you would have, yeah.
In your head, because you know everything comes at a cost, you have to think of ways to create content in and around money. Because it's true, if we had loads of money, we could probably jump out of here with a fucking parachute. Not that we didn't do that the other day, we'll get into that. But the point of the matter is, you would just be doing crazy shit every day,
All the time.
Yeah,
which makes it a little bit unrelatable and more just people become envious of what you do. But people become envious of more the friendship you've got and the wholesome shit you do as well. 100%. Which is why I think it's good we're at the stage we're at and we're seeing it from the infancy stage.
But I think that's really good, right? Especially for you guys and girls that watch us, and have done for a while, because hopefully what Oz has just said there shows to you guys that you don't need a lot of money to have a good time. You need obviously you need a nice bit of money in order to do flights and all that sort of stuff and actually get to places. Yeah, okay, cool. That costs a certain amount of money. But in order to have fun with your pals, you don't need extraordinary amounts of money in order to go and do that. Being on a jet or being in there, yeah, cool, okay, it's nice, but it all depends on the people that you're with. Like it all depends on that. Like us lot, we've gone from staying in what in the UK would be probably a couple of £1 million villa into a 2-bed apartment. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we've got an amazing view, but like we all still share beds and shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, we don't hide anything from you guys as to what we have. Like there's 2 double beds in here, me and Mirk in one, Oz and Yoa in the other. Like we've had to, if you turn these camera rounds and saw the state of the gaff, of how we've had to maneuver the gaff to make this work, is like we just make it work. And that's the point that we always try and prove to you guys, that you don't need extraordinary to live quite an extraordinary life. Like you really don't need. If you have a nice income coming in, you're able to go and have such fun and do such great things in places like Bali that don't cost a huge amount of money to just go and have a great time. And I think that's what we want to push, because one day when we do have loads of money, however that comes into play, like, again, I think Ozzy said this before, you strip that away, we'd still be the 4 same guys that we were before, just with each other, getting pissed, going having a laugh and just having a fucking good time. So if we can do it, you can all do it as well.
Yeah, agreed.
We teach us within the right side anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
We do.
Well, one of the pillars we talk about. But do you know what I was thinking about? Like, you know, obviously we've all got online like businesses, and that kind of obviously helps us like facilitate what we do.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's something we should implement online to like maybe teach other people how to do it.
What, the craft?
Just an idea just popped into my head now. I don't know if whether anyone would be interested in doing that, but maybe an idea of showing them how we did it and what our structure is and how we've managed to get to this point that we're at. Not that we've made it, but like people would probably like the financial freedom of being able to work remotely.
I
right?
agree.
Yeah.
You can either teach someone how to make money or what you did to make money. So the point is, like, you don't have to be a millionaire to be able to teach your craft.
Yeah.
You just need to be a professional at it, or know inside and out, which is, I think we do.
What's the fisherman?
Teach a man how to fish and he'll eat for a day. No, sorry.
Teach a man how to catch a fish, feed him for a day.
No.
Teach a man how to...
I thought give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish and he'll feed him forever.
A lifetime, yeah.
Hop. That's basically what it is.
Feed him the fish, Habib. He's hungry.
Maybe that's what we'll go into. Right. So Bali, amazing.
Bali was amazing. I don't think there's anywhere else in the world we could have gone at that point on the budget that we're on and what we wanted to create. I think it was the perfect place for us to go.
Sad to leave it behind.
Very sad.
But an amazing chapter. Like, absolutely amazing.
It was a bit of a sense of false reality, though.
You think?
I don't think that place isn't real.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not like you come out of Bali and you're like, that's not real.
But it can be real.
So convenient.
It can be, but it's just too. I don't know how.
It's too easy.
I don't know how you can. Unless you go there, it's difficult to explain it. But
you
there's.
could earn $1,000 or $2 and just live nicely.
It's not even that. It's just the whole like people, the infrastructure. Like it just feels like you're in like a false world.
Like the Truman Show.
Yeah, like
Everything's too just like
Convenient.
yeah.
Everything's just.
Is that how it should be though? Is that how it should be?
I don't know, but it didn't feel. It felt weird. Then when you come out of it, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I feel as though you come to places like this and I look at everyone now and I think
I couldn't live
I'd
here.
rather go back to Bali.
I can't live in cities.
But then I couldn't live in Bali for the rest of my life.
So where do you want to live, mate?
Don't know. We had.
I couldn't live in Bali for the rest of my life. No, but I could definitely do a good stint there if I had like a good amount of residual income coming in.
I'll tell you when I couldn't do it, in January.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
I
go
won't
back
go
that
back to
early.
January in January. I won't go back to January in January. I won't go back to Bali in January. That's one fuck up we made, which we couldn't foresee. And apparently it was the worst raining season on
Yeah, it
record.
was,
Yeah.
it was pretty peak.
January
That's why it
was
took a
fucked.
little while to settle in.
It
as
did,
well.
because it slowed us down
were like,
massively.
fuck.
We couldn't film, cameras aren't waterproof. Couldn't go out and get interactions because cameras aren't waterproof.
Could
And
go do day things. And
cameras aren't waterproof. Or even if we're not filming stuff, we just couldn't do stuff because it was raining. It was the first month was a nightmare. To the maneuver around it was still fun, but it was a nightmare to maneuver around. Like things were getting cancelled.
Yeah.
Loads. Yeah, it was just a fucking.
Beach parties, pool parties.
You know, when we're talking about living places, you're thinking about living there permanently. The great thing is we're always thinking about dipping in and out of places. So you can come back into the city, you can go back to Bali, you can go back to the tropical places. Like even coming to Australia, we're in a city now. It was in Whitsundays before. It was the most fucking tropical, most aesthetically pleasing place, mate. Like you're in a jungle. Like we've gone from one extreme to another all the time. So you're not technically
Overnight as well.
You're not technically like living anywhere.
Do you know what I like to do, though?
Suitcase, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say to you. I'm fucking sick of living out of suitcase.
Like it's not, yeah, especially you.
I do want to literally just settle
Unpack.
for at least a couple months somewhere.
Hold tight,
Look
my
what
way.
I mean. But again, it's a blessing that we're even able to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's
First world problem.
yeah, absolute
It is
first world
first world
problem.
problem,
Like we're
yeah.
traveling around. Like us, Yoyohassane only for a day, but us three haven't stepped foot in the UK this year, and it's now and we won't be in the UK until April.
It's crazy.
Like for what 3.5 months, I've not seen the UK, and it's crazy. And again, then we're back for a couple of weeks, and we're off somewhere else, but we won't tell you about that just
Do you
yet.
even miss it though? Apart from the people in it.
Apart from the people in it, then no, I don't miss a
That's
thing
what I mean.
about it. No.
Nothing going on, mate.
Nothing. I don't miss a thing about it. Not the atmosphere, the vibe, just the things that go on there, the fucking prices of everything. It's just like
Traveling has exposed how much we're getting ripped off in the UK.
crazy,
oh god,
isn't
yeah,
it?
100%.
We're in Australia right now, and it's still not as expensive as the UK.
Bought a coffee today, a flat white, was it $2.39?
Yeah.
In the UK, I'm paying at least
$4.50.
$4.50.
£455.
Yeah.
yeah, easy.
Coffee is banging and all.
And the coffee's
Yeah,
good.
naughty. All right, I think you was going to say, but I was just going to say, we left Bali, Gold Coast. What are you telling me?
I don't really want to comment because I'm going to sound negative.
I think no, the weekend was great.
The weekend was good.
Yeah, the weekend was really good. The people were great. The vibes were good. Where we went was really cool. Obviously, loads we didn't get to see, of course. But yeah, I mean,
Anti-climax.
I think it's because we was there the midweek and we didn't do a lot, bruv.
yeah.
What could we have done?
It's not that what we could have done. I think we just genuinely did not do much in the week.
But what could we have
I
done?
felt very lazy in the week.
I hated
Oh, yeah,
it.
it's horrible.
That was
I
a
felt-
waste of time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I felt very lazy. I could have easily stayed there for a cheeky 4 days and
Not
did.
even.
if that,
Like
yeah.
if we had got
Friday
there
left Monday.
Yeah. That's
what
4
if we
days.
got there like Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Could have left. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm saying that, but
Yeah.
I've never seen so many women in my life, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
the
that,
women
that
know.
was...
The caliber as well.
I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening. What's going on? It's happening. It's happening.
Stay calm.
That was the ratio in there was fucked, and the ratio of unbelievable women was fucked.
It was
Yeah.
mental. Like Ratley Central.
That was Ratley Central, yeah.
Gold Coast has lots of women.
But other than that, apart from the women in that one place we went to, I thought it was the biggest anticlimax of my life.
I couldn't live there.
But someone said, who was it? Them boys that said because of the cyclone, like people were just not out and about. So them the beaches and the streets should have been busier. It should have been, but it's not because everyone was just chilling indoors. Like it was still a little bit not cold, but windy. No.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I
Yeah,
think
it
a
was
lot of
raining
people-
as
I don't know,
well.
man.
That
just
to
felt-
them is cold. That weather.
I just felt like it was just like there was lack of substance there. I just think,
It was missing something.
yeah, it was just.
Yeah,
I just didn't enjoy it at all. Apart from them 2 days, and even then they were meaty.
yeah, they were meaty.
They weren't great. I've had better nights out in England, bro. I've had better nights out in Maidstone.
I enjoyed it.
It was okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. It's not like it's not a night you look back on and go, "Fucking hell."
Do you remember that night?
amazing."
That was sick. It was a very meaty night.
Yeah.
It was like the shipping trades on the beachfront.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
good
what-
analogy.
It was.
Good analogy.
I'm sorry. Tell you what it was like. It was the Prince with a sea view.
On a beach, Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That's what it was.
that's what it reminded me of.
And it wasn't even as good as the Prince.
No, I'll give you that.
Where's more things in the Burley Pav or the Prince?
Burley Pav,
all day long.
Burley Pav had more things.
And the caliber as
That's
well.
crazy.
And the caliber
yeah.
was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Never
like
seen
every
anything like
girl, sun-kissed skin, all looked amazing. It was like, this is fucking unbelievable.
And lovely to speak to. Where you from, mate?
Where you from, mate?
Good to have a dick, mate.
Other than that, Airly, what did you boys think of it? I thought Airly was fucking
It was
fantastic.
cool, yeah.
Loved it.
We was there for about enough time, I think.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't say longer than that.
Oh,
That's nice.
oh, that's nice. Was that the shit offence hat because he didn't do the skydive?
That was it.
Don't worry about me, bro.
Shit,
Don't
yeah.
worry about me, bro. That was it,
That was
bro.
yeah. Even I forgot about
Because I studied, bro. Yeah.
that.
I mean, you got to wear it for another pod. You must have.
Fuck
That's
it.
three
offences.
offences.
I reckon he has to do a forfeit. That's 3, mate.
Don't rebound. You've committed 3 offences
you committed
in a
2.
row.
You committed 2.
1, you fucking
No,
helmet.
it was 2, bruv.
You poo helmet.
You
It
did.
was 2.
No, I didn't.
And you didn't even wear it.
You just refused
No,
it.
I wore it for 1.
Yeah.
I said I'll wear it for
Don't
that.
get
You wore it for half a
angry.
pod, bro.
It's cool. Just talk. Like, it's
I
okay.
wore it for 1.
Ooh, that's nice.
I wore it for 1. I said I'm not wearing it for the other one.
Yeah, you wore it for half the pod.
Right, you committed 3 in a row, mate.
Yeah.
Within a space of what, a week?
What's your point? You make your rule up.
Mate, you nearly fucking lost us the whole operation, mate.
Yeah, well, spear now.
Spear?
See it now.
Right. Well done, well remembered.
Thank you.
I'm wearing it
If there's a
again.
forfeit, what's the forfeit?
He has to do a skydive. Talking of the skydive, we'll get back to that. Don't worry. How do you think it was?
bro?
Airly was fucking amazing. The people were great. The vibe was really nice. It felt obviously very small town syndrome.
Night out was shit.
Like, but other than
Oh,
that,
night out.
People were lovely, man.
People
Actually, don't
were
give
really
too much
nice,
about
yeah.
that. Don't give too much away because it's gonna.
No, all I was going to say was,
fuck
do
the vlog.
you remember what was going home and that woman just pulled up next to us going, do you want a lift, mate?
yeah,
I was
there's
like,
6 of us.
there was like, and she had her kids in the back.
Yeah.
I was going, well, what's going on here then?
And I was like, well, why is she inviting us in? And I was just like, no, it's better than walking, Matt. I was like, she's got a point. I said, yeah. He said, no, didn't he?
Yeah, he got shook.
She had a kid in the car, man. 6 kids. I'm like, we're not getting
She
in
had
the car.
tight squeeze, but jump in. I was like, all
bless
So I was
right.
like, shopping, like, okay, I'll get in.
I think she was just being friendly, but they're super nice there.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. People were
And
really
the views,
lovely.
man. Like, I'm
Beautiful.
sucker for a view. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, we did skydive and we did a
Boat
beach boat day, and that boat day was fantastic.
Yeah, that was such a nice day.
Yeah, really. And again, that boys, like, there was no alcohol involved.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, we didn't drink.
Didn't drink. It wasn't expensive, was it, for that?
No, 100 quid. 120, 115 pounds.
For everyone.
No, obviously not for everyone.
Oh right. Okay, I was
What
gonna
about
say,
that
it's not
lovely-
Bali, mate.
What about that lovely Colombian fish in the water?
Aussie. It's like piranha.
Bro, it's a piranha.
But that was amazing. Sitting at Airlie Beach and seeing near the Great Barrier, like that was honestly, boys, that was fucking phenomenal. So if you ever go there, highly, highly, highly recommend doing the skydive with Airlie and then doing the boat tour because they were 2 fantastic days.
The night out was atrocious though.
Yeah. Which is what they're used to, though, isn't it? Like,
I've never seen so many shitters in my life, mate.
I agree. That was fucking horrendous.
Respectfully, I was
people were
looking
really
around-
nice, though.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing about it.
Oh yeah, we got spotted in Airlie twice.
Yeah, that was fucked.
That was
Got a
crazy.
picture taken.
Twice.
Yeah.
When was it eating at the restaurant?
Oh yeah, that geezer.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That bit. And then outside.
And we said this is the place. If we're not going to get recognised anywhere, it's Airlie because it is in the buck fuck of nowhere. Like literally, it is literally.
Outback of
the
Australia.
Yeah. It's so
No, you don't have
secluded.
there's no even internet, bruv.
Oh yeah, that's what set back. That's why we haven't got a pod out for the last week. Is because we had no internet. Like we had internet, but it was 0.5 megabytes per second.
Yeah.
We couldn't even upload stories at one point. It
we
was
had to interact and get to know each other.
Yeah, well,
I've heard so much about you.
it wasn't great.
I've never heard Mirk speak so much.
Yeah, he was well chatty that trip, weren't you?
Was I?
No, you weren't. Dan kept going, I've never met someone so antisocial in my fucking life. Look at him on his phone. It's just eating his cheeseburger and just swiping. I was like, fucking
Went
hell,
out to a
man.
lovely restaurant. It was a cheeseburger and chips, didn't it?
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
It was nice though.
That food was banging. Those ribs were unbelievable.
Okay, we've got to tell everyone. Oh, them ribs were lovely.
Them ribs were lovely.
hell,
Oh,
mate.
they were nice.
But yeah, so we're 10 days in. We've done 2 cities. I'm not going to go too much into detail about what we got up to throughout because I want them to watch the vlog, obviously.
Yeah.
We just landed in Melbourne. We've got quite a busy itinerary, I'd say.
This week we have,
Yeah. This is like more of an admin day, pod day, and then we'll see what it's got to hold. But at the moment,
Look that way, mate.
I'm looking out to the city, mate. Just getting inspiration about what I'm about to say. How about you fuck off? At the moment, I'm unsure on Shanghai. I mean, Melbourne.
I was going to say, can we say that?
I think we
We
spawned
basically
into
landed in
bit.
Chinatown here. So we're the anomaly here. Very much so.
That's not the right word.
Yeah, it is.
Anomaly.
Yeah.
Anomaly is
that's
something
an
that...
anomaly.
Anomaly means odd one out.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't. Anomaly is something that never really happens. Like, it's an anomaly that doesn't ever happen.
Where if you say to someone you're an anomaly, it means that you're like the odd one. You're a rarity.
There we go.
What does anomaly... Help me out here.
No, go on,
I'm
big
anomaly.
man.
I'm an
You know what it means.
What does anomaly mean?
Anomaly means something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. Do you want to hear the remaining
you.
one?
Normal standard or expected.
Yeah, we're not the normal standard here.
I think it does work.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm still not convinced.
I think you meant to say
You just
minority,
had the
but
fucking definition of it.
I think
mate.
minority would have been a better word.
Now
Yeah.
just told you.
They both work.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, what the fuck, bro? I couldn't believe how many Asians there is here.
they did say it's very multicultural here.
Do you know what I think it was? Because we were staying in Chinatown and we didn't know we was in Chinatown.
yeah, that didn't
We
help.
come out our apartment, walked out, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? What's going on? Why is there so many Asians everywhere?
I just love spawning into places and just not
I
knowing
love
what's
it.
going to happen. It's just so random.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I think, and this is the beauty of traveling, guys, and this is why we always tell everyone to travel as much as you possibly can because it makes you so cultured. Like it makes you so open to different people, different ways of life, the way people interact, the way you've got to hold yourself. Like it just teaches you so much about the world, but more importantly, about you as an individual. Like Bali was the same. Everywhere we've been to in Australia, the same. Like everyone's different. Every place you go to, even the different cities in Australia, the people are different. Although they're Aussies, same as I suppose the UK, innit? Like you go to Kent, you go to London, they're pretty similar. You go to people like Manchester, then Scotland, then Cornwall. Like everyone's very different in every area you go. So imagine that and 10x it, and that's what it's like when you travel around the world. When you meet people, like it's so good for you, mate. So good for you to do so.
We are very lucky.
Blessed, mate.
I know we stress out sometimes about the operation and like where we're going to next and financial stuff, but if you actually like deep it, like what are we complaining about?
I think the only thing we complain about is the uncertainty about a few things. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of us ever turning around and saying, "Oh, like
Fuck this,"
I'm bored,"
or
or like,
yeah.
this, like not appreciating what's
Never.
going on.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever been the case. It's just a little bit of uncertainty of things that goes beyond
Closed doors.
Control?
our
our
control
control.
behind the operation. Apart from that, I don't think we've never not appreciated what
I
we've done
agree.
and where we've been.
I love every second of it.
Yeah, 100%.
But guys, that's what comes with starting your own business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that, if you decide to delve into that world and start your own business in whatever that might be, because this is a business. Like although we're content creation, what we do, the Graft Kings as a brand is a complete business. Like we have to have money come in order to pay for everything we do for you guys, right? In terms of entertainment. So when you want to start a business and you want to start on your own, you've got to be prepared to go through the mud. You've got to be prepared to scramble for every pound that you get in the door. Like you can't take a day off. You can't just rest and relax and go, so we've got a bit of money in the bank. The money goes like that on the next bit, and you're like, fuck, okay, well, now we have to live month to month again because we've got to wait for the next load of money to come in, or we've got to find a new sponsor, renegotiate a deal, or whatever the case may be. Like, you are never a day without thinking, fuck, I've got to get to work, like every single day. But the trade-off is potentially you get to travel the world, and working remotely now is a massive thing. If our guys can help you show how we managed to do it and how we got to this point, not necessarily exactly what we do, but even just the steps we took to get to this position, then great, maybe we'll look into that. But if you can learn to make money online, I think every boy here would highly, highly suggest that you do that and then travel the world with it. Do not stay where you are.
It gets more difficult as you get older as well, because you start to live above your means and like you earn an X amount of money and you have a certain lifestyle. So your outgoings, like let's just say all of us, we all had to quit what we do, right? Everyone had their own individual life, own businesses, online stuff, and we was living a good life. To leave that, to drop everything down to a minimal cost to be able to come do this is a lot more difficult after a certain age than it is when you're younger. Man. So there are I reckon there's a lot of people listening that are in a very young age of thinking, I can't do it because I've got this going on, that going on. Oh, mate, it's the best time you could do it.
Yeah, I agree.
When you don't have those responsibilities, I think it's the perfect time to go do it.
Yeah.
Because once you do like live above that, mate, it's so much more difficult to forget and leave what you're doing and go ahead and try all of these things.
Yeah, man.
People think they're against time. Like, it's crazy. We've done it at a certain age. Like, a lot of people younger than us having those conversations like, I've missed a boat. Like, you actually haven't.
You've missed nothing.
Nah.
You've missed not taking the opportunity sooner. Like, go and fucking do it. Do you know what I mean?
What's crazy to me is like, what I don't understand how people can't compute in their head is you're only going to be on this earth once, and like time is the only commodity you're never going to get back, but yet no one ever takes the risk of trying to do something they rather enjoy and like live life to the fullest. They rather just play it safe.
There's one simple answer for that. It's because that's not what they're taught. What you're taught is what you're taught is to work into a system, to grow into a system, to follow the system, and to get a job and to get that 9 to 5 and to get married, to get all these responsibilities and work your 9 to 5. When have you ever been taught as a kid to be free, to do what you did? Wow. And when have you ever been told when you went to school to say, do you know what, you don't have to follow the system. You don't have to get a 9 to 5. You don't have to play it safe. You can take certain risks in life and go explore and do things and go with people that you love and explore the fucking world. When have you ever been told that? You have to learn that yourself. And the only way you're going to do that is via through traveling and meeting people and networking and putting yourself in these environments and taking those little risks. But it's that first little step that you need to take. That first little one, and then eventually, like, you will lead on to understanding what really fucking matters. Like, I put a post up and I actually fucking meant it. Like, this whole trip has put everything into perspective for me to actually what really makes me happy. I used to chase our money. I just want to be rich. Okay, I still do. But now I want to do it by following what I want to do, which is what I love doing, and by freeing up my time. My time is more important than money, bruv. If I can free up my time, I'm rich.
Yeah, you are rich.
I don't want to be rich with no
time.
time. Yeah, what's the fucking point? Why be rich and have no time to fucking spend
it? Rich with no memories.
Like, I want to be able to have kids and spend the time that I want with them at the times I want to do, doing what I love. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
which is why, again, I feel
100%.
we are blessed and so unique to do what 100%. We're doing.
There is a very good reason why you're not taught that. If everyone tried doing what we do or any kind of entrepreneur does, then the whole system fails.
Yeah.
Like, the economy does collapse. You need cogs within the system. It's a very horrible thing to say out loud, and people that do probably have 9 to 5s and probably people do enjoy their job, which, like, again, that's if you enjoy it, that's fine. But you need people within the system. You need cogs for the machine to work. If the machine has no cogs, the machine ceases to exist. And the machine ceases to exist. None of this gets built.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Nothing works. So, like, that's why you're not taught is a very good reason, but people don't seem to understand that. It is the risky option, and it is a very high risk. As we all know, it's fucking really high risk doing what we're doing. But the payoff,
the trade-off, is worth it.
Is worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
I can understand when people start why they choose to dip very quickly.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? I can understand.
Scary.
I can really understand like why people go fucking like when I used to see people growing up saying they've got their own business and like, mate, I don't have a day off. Like I work 7 days a week, or they're stressed in 10 o'clock at night still doing invoices and this, that, and that. I used to think, fuck that. I go to my 9 to 5. I work from fucking those hours, Monday to Friday. I switch off at the weekend and the evenings. I get paid a nice load of money at the end of every month. I've got a cushy life. How cushy was it? It was the comfortability that made it cushy, of knowing that you get that paycheck at the end of every month. You could go into work and not really perform for fucking weeks if you didn't want to. You could have off days, sick days, and you still get paid a nice lump sum at the end of that month. Do you know what I mean? Or you can go into work and smash it. In this game, when I say this game, I mean working for yourself, every day you have to be on form. Like every single day. Like not every single day one of us wants to pick up the camera. Not every single day you want to do a pod. Not every single day you want to do intros and do vlogs. You just might not be in that mindset that day. You just woke up and on the wrong side of the bed. Tough cookies. You don't have a choice, mate. Like you've got work to do. You have to turn up and do what you want to do. Like our mates own driveway companies, electrical companies. There's going to be days they wake up and can't be asked to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go and lay a driveway. But if they don't get paid. Do you know what I mean? So they still get up and they go and get the fucking job done. So I do understand the pressure of what it must put on people when it comes to starting your own business and how quickly and easily you can be put off it. But I promise you now, once you just get over that initial hurdle of adapting to what it's like to work for yourself and the pressures and what comes with it and the difference between that and working a 9 to 5, as we just said, that trade-off of being able to have that flexibility and freedom is 100% worth it.
A lot of people found their potential during 2020 COVID, you know?
Yeah, man.
A lot of people found their
online businesses and all that shit. Yeah.
So many girls started doing beauty stuff and doing online shit.
Yeah.
Some guys started doing the Amazon stuff. A lot of people found their potential. Like it's in everyone. Yeah. It's in everyone. No one's born special.
Yeah.
No one's born fucking special. Yes, there's that elite person like Ronaldo that knew how to kick a ball as soon as he come out of his mother or whatever like you want to call it. But people work fucking hard, bruv.
Every day.
Then that beats talent, in my opinion, anyway. Like, no one's born with this magical power to be an entrepreneur. Like, they say if it's in you, it's in you. No, I don't necessarily just agree with that. You can learn things as well.
You can learn, yeah.
It's all about self-education.
I think that's one of the beauty of the internet today is that it has exposed, and especially what us four guys do is we try to educate you on what is possible. And if us four can do it, you can do it as well. Because we're not special in any way, shape, or form. We're four, for fuck's sake, peach. We're four normal guys with normal backgrounds, and we are able to have a platform such as this that anywhere in the world anyone can watch and learn to see that. Do you know what? Four normal guys that had businesses, that worked corporate jobs, etc., can suddenly transform their whole lives, but into doing what they love and what it is they want to do. Like this couldn't be any further from the life we used to live. Mm-hmm. Apart from the holidays that we went on. That was it. We got 2 week snippets of, oh my God, how do we make this full time? Like how can we live like this all the time? And now we're blessed and fortunate enough to be doing it. But prior to this, we all had businesses and stress and 9 to 5s that we had to then work on, and houses to run and cars to run and et cetera, et cetera. We've then traded all that for fuck that. Like
this is a lot more stressful.
10 times more stressful. Because every day we have to go and get it.
But 10 times more rewarding.
100%. Yep.
10 times more rewarding.
Where would we be waking up now? You'd be waking up at home. You'd be waking up at home. You'd be waking up at home. I'll be waking up at home. Looking outside and thinking, fucking, I've got to get work tonight. Then I've got to go and meet the boys to do a pod. I'm not going to get home till half 11, 12 o'clock at night. Then I've got to get back up again tomorrow morning to go to work. I'm now sat in Melbourne, 3 of my best pals, looking over that skyline, running a podcast for you fine people.
It's like the weekends don't exist, mate.
Yeah, it's not.
Like when we was in Bali doing shit in a week, I was just like, I've said it to each individual one of you, like throughout the week. I'm like, but this is work. Like we've gone and like done content in a spa day, then we've gone and done this, then that. I'm just like, this is actually work. Like I forgot which day of the week it was. I'm like, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? It doesn't even matter. Every day is a fucking weekend now.
Yeah, weekdays don't actually matter to us.
Every day is a weekend now.
That's fucked.
Like it's crazy when you did, because the word weekend is a myth. What do you mean weekend?
Weekends don't exist in Bali.
It don't exist.
Well, no, that's right.
It shouldn't exist in general.
Exist anyway, yeah.
Monday to Friday, I have to work, and then Saturday and Sunday is my only weekend off. Like we're programmed to think those are your own 2 days throughout the whole year that you can have off. The rest of it, you have to go work.
And then they give you 28 days holiday.
It's
a year,
mental.
Stuff like that.
When you
28, I've got 21.
21.
Well,
good age.
If you look at my age. If you look at my YouTube, it would look like I got 21 days. So I took loads of days unpaid, but yeah, I only got 21 days on.
That's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
For the life you wanted to do, to create.
True. Very true. I took probably 35 days unpaid leave last year to do all the trips. And then it cost me my job.
It did.
Yeah.
Cost me
my job. My job gave me an ultimatum of like, well, if you go on this trip, the Vegas trip, you won't be coming back to a job.
See ya.
Bing bong.
I get it though. They're trying to run a business at the end of the day.
I get it, man. But it wasn't like I wasn't asking them to pay me.
Yeah.
And I was still getting my job done, but they're like, we need you in the office. And I was like, right, well.
And that's them saying it lightly as well. I reckon some companies would be so like strict about it.
Oh, mate, my company was very good. I'm not going to throw shade at them. They were very, very good
Yeah.
to me. Very, very lenient. Let me get away with a bit of murder, but I still performed. But yeah, it come to a point. There's only so much you can push.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like, right, well, if they didn't do it like horribly to me, they was like, right, you're taking a bit of a piss now.
They even still gave you. I think they like you can still work for us to do this. Yeah,
I still am working from low key, but yeah.
There's probably a lot of people watching this going, well, you guys are doing what you love. Like, my point is, like, if you don't know what you want to do, you don't know what you love, then you still need to put yourself in these environments and you'll figure it out. Because a lot of people ask us that question. I'm sure you'll get messages individually to say, well, how did you like fall into what you do? But there's no real way to really answer that apart from just being open to putting yourself into certain environments and taking certain risks. So like, if you don't know what you want to do, you don't know where you are in life, don't just like think that we had that all figured out, because I'll tell you what, we fucking did not, mate.
It took us 30 years.
Do you know how we fell into what we did? Because of everything we did before it. Like if you'd done fuck all, you would never fallen into this.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
If you're sat at home,
Sorry.
so you're sat at home doing fuck all in your like early 20s, you're never gonna fall into fuck all.
You're so right. All the things that you thought were a waste of time, all the things that you didn't seem as good, like ideas, they all led to this moment now. Like, if you know, I'm not promoting doing all this kind of stuff, but if you never done the Ibiza trips in the early days, or you never got involved in the rave scene, for instance, you two may have never become friends because you wouldn't have had similar interests. Or if you never went to the gym all the times you went to the gym, you might not respect it being amazing because we didn't go to the gym, so you probably wouldn't have had the same kind of synergy with us. If you didn't go on TV, or he didn't go on TV, or I didn't go on TV, or you done TV in your younger years, they're moments that you thought, oh, nothing come off the back of it, have led to you this moment now. Everything leads to this moment
Facts.
now.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Everything. Every single thing.
It's a pattern, mate.
It's a
It's
pattern.
fucked.
So you have to just keep trying shit. Like, I know it's really hard to see the vision because you can't see it right now, but all the stuff, all the little things you do in real time might not see the payoff, but it pays dividends later on down the line.
Facts,
as long
it
as you
does.
keep throwing shit at the wall. 100%, boys. Like, all the little side missions you do accumulate to something eventually. You just got to keep doing them.
Try
teaches
shit.
you.
Yeah, try shit.
It does teach you, yeah.
So much experience, mate, off the back of it. You don't even realise.
You have no idea.
It's in your locker.
Yeah.
It's there to be used.
Yeah.
It's in your armour and your arsenal. You just don't know it yet.
But there's loads of guys that I'm friends with, like, I've got so much potential in their locker, but they've not unlocked it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do they choose to ignore it?
No, they don't choose to ignore it. They just do what everyone else does, which I understand. They choose the easiest option, get a job.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting later on in my 20s now. It's time to think about a family. It's time to think about settling down. It's time to finding a wife. And people feel rushed. I see people rushing to get wives.
Yeah, I know.
Even though they...
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, they're rushing to do it. So, like, the next girl that comes into their arms, they hold on to dear life for, because they're like, well, I'm not getting any younger.
Do you reckon they do that because they haven't found their meaning?
Maybe.
That, and I feel like
it's
this...
like, it's sorry to cut you off, but it's like
social
why
pressure.
why people go to uni.
Social
because
pressure.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I think uni's the biggest waste of time
This is what
ever.
the system tells me to do. I'm just going to go because I don't know what else to do. Uni is a waste of time.
9 times out of 10, the degree they get is never for the job they fall into.
Yeah, always. Unless you're like a doctor, a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's the only thing I think it is imperative for.
Yeah, I agree. But if you're just going to uni because your parents will be proud of you if you go to uni, and then you get a degree just so a company that doesn't even care about that degree, they just want you to see you got a degree, it's the biggest waste of time. The ROI on a degree and university,
In
unless
today's
you're
day and
becoming
age,
a doctor or a lawyer, like he said, in this day and age, in the 21st century, in 2025, university has the worst ROI ever.
Bro, you can blag your way into anything.
Yeah, you
Blag my
can.
way-
You
I'll
can
blag my way
fucking
through life,
blag
mate.
yourself into anything, mate.
I blagged my way here.
I blagged my way out through life, mate.
Still blagging my way now.
We're still blagging now. Anything, bro. Look at what you guys did in Dubai. Look at what we did when we went to Dublin. Like, if you just like put yourself in that situation, you will blag it, mate.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know how many corporate companies that I worked for that wanted to teach GCSEs? I lied about every single one of them, mate. I was a fuck up in school. I didn't care. I didn't do my GCSEs properly. I mean, I done them, but I didn't get the grades I should have. Did it ever stop me from getting into any corporate at the time? No.
Yeah, how you hold yourself, and
Yeah.
this is what we try and teach you boys, and this is massively one thing we push in the right side, is you as a man, and obviously as a girl as well, right? But your charisma, how you hold yourself in a room, how you're able to adapt to a conversation and walk into somewhere confidently and answer questions and say your piece, like that will get you and open more doors than any grades will. ever.
Would you rather be book smart or have common sense?
Common sense.
Common sense.
Or be street smart. Maybe.
Street smart.
Well, street smart every day of the week.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be street smart.
When we was in, where was it? I don't know where it was. No, it's Singapore. Everyone there's book smart, but no one's got any
Everyone.
common sense about them.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
They're
Some-
all
this is
no
what I'm
spatial
saying.
awareness.
Nothing.
Don't know what's going on
They're
around
fucking
them.
intelligent.
They're stupidly book smart,
But intelligent for one little
Yeah.
dynamic, one little specific thing.
but they're morons when it comes to
That's what I'm
day-to-day
saying.
life. Like, and we was going, how do these people make it through life?
I don't know.
How do they get through life? I'm like, I don't get it. But put a what was that about, mate? Put a mathematical question in front of them, or anything to do with book smart stuff. They'll make us look like a moron. But come to like normal day, they just can't. They have no spatial awareness. They're just not knocking into you in shops and stuff.
None at all.
Like, what the fuck?
I love how conscious we are of all of this, though. Do you know how fucking rare that is to like have that thought process, to be so aware of like the conversation we're having? It's fucking rare, mate. I guarantee you, there's a lot of people who don't even think about this.
No, of course not.
It's because
They
we've
don't
been
even look around other
It's
people.
because we've been in two different realities.
That's what I'm saying. And
No,
that's
but I thought like this
What do you
before.
mean?
So we've lived two different realities. We've lived the reality of the social norms, then we've lived the reality of what it's like now. That's why we're so aware of
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah, he's right.
If you're trapped in
I
this-
feel as though we must have all been very aware of it, even in that stage, because we were aware of it in order to want to break out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at people in the corporate world eventually. Don't get me wrong, I had a good stint in the corporate world, but like eventually it was coming to the back end of it. And I suppose that's probably off the back of what you boys said just now, of my exposure to what else is out there.
exactly.
Like meeting people that make money online and moving to Dubai and doing it. I'm like, what the fuck are these people doing to make this money? Like, how are they doing that? How does he know him? Like, how did he get in that circle? And the more I experienced that, the more I was looking at the corporate life thinking, fuck doing this for another 20 years. Like,
And you live and breathe it, mate.
I lived and
lived and
breathed
breathed
it, bro.
it.
Like literally, mate. I was well, we lived up to name, right? I was a grafter, mate. And I remember, I'll never forget, like again, looking at my MD one day, and he's got to be in his mid-50s or something like that, and he had his head in his hands, and he was like shaking his head at the desk. And I looked at him, and I was like, I had an epiphany moment, and I went, that cannot be me in 20, 30 years. I can't. That just cannot be me,
He
mate.
still does that.
Yes. We need to.
His signature move.
Do these not know what we're on about?
No.
Probably not. No.
Bro, acting like he doesn't do that. He fucking do
I
that.
never said I don't do that.
Bro wakes up, he makes some decisions the night before, drinking, going out on a piss, and the next day is just no one talks to him. He just sits there like fucking face, needs a wash.
Got so much work to do.
Got a lot to do.
It's not funny, boys. We've got to fucking lock in now, boys.
Lock in, boys. No, I can't do that again. I've got to plan the whole week, boys. 2 minutes later, watching Netflix with Dan.
Literally.
Transformers is a good film, mate. Fucking make
Let's
films
watch
like
all
this,
three.
mate. Let's get some snacks.
That's you.
Yeah. That is me, you're right.
Oh, fucking hell.
I
All
get
right.
ya.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you what, that was really good. That was a really good ending.
Ended.
Who said you can end it?
I was gonna ask a good question there.
Go on then.
You want to ask it then?
I was gonna say, what would you say is or has been the most valuable lesson the last 3 months has taught you?
Don't expect people to have the same moral compass as you and the same, I don't know what the word is, the same respect maybe as you have for other people, because you'll get disappointed very quickly.
Yeah.
It's a good lesson.
I could have probably worded it better. There's
Can I give
something.
it another go?
No, I can't get it out. I don't know what the word is I'm trying to look for. The moral compass was right, but like, you know, like you expect other people to treat you like you'd treat others. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, but they don't. I can't. There's definitely a better way of wording that. Go on, you
I know what you mean. That was a good lesson.
From what we've experienced within the past 3 months for how much we've done, and this is something that we preached prior before obviously coming out here, but it just solidified it, how time is the most precious commodity
Yeah, man.
in the fucking world. Once that's gone, it doesn't come back. Money comes and goes, people come and go, but time just does not. And I just can't think of my life or how anyone could spend another day doing something that they hate, knowing that they've only been put on this earth for a certain amount of time. So it just baffles me that people would waste it. It's so precious.
Yeah, nice. I like it. Fingers?
I'd say don't get refined into social norms. And if you're scared about doing something, you're probably more scared about the thought of it than actually doing it. Because when you do it, it actually does normally just work out.
Yeah.
The anticipation rather than reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on.
Facts.
There's a saying you said the other day, mate. So I can't remember what it was. It was similar to what he said. What was the saying?
You need to give me more of a tee up.
Like
for
that. It was like the anticipation's always worse than actually doing it when you do it.
I said the anticipation is always far worse than the reality.
He worded it. It was on the right side call, and he said it, and it stuck in my head. And he goes, and then you do it, and then I don't know what it was. It was really good though.
It might come back to me. Mine would be you. What's especially in Bali, you need to be so grateful for everything you have around you. Like every person, every item, no matter if you've got £100 in your bank account or £1,000 in your bank account or £100,000 in your bank account, you need to be grateful for exactly where you are and what you're doing right now. Because I tell you what, like there are people out there that would literally give everything they have or their right arm to be in the position that you are in. So sometimes you just, especially in the West, you need to take a step back, take a pause for a moment, even when you're going through hell and high water, to go, do you know what? I've got a roof over my head. I've got food in the fridge, water in the tap, family around me, clothes on my back. Like life's actually okay. And it's very easy to get lost in that, especially with social media. And I hope we are people that try and bring that back to you and, you know, humble you a little bit to go, do you know what? Like, it is not about the materialistic things. And you really need to be grateful for the family, friends, and everything you have around you. Because most of you watching this are far more well off than probably 80% of the planet.
Facts, yeah.
So just take a step back when everything's going a bit wrong. Go, do you know what? Nothing is really as bad as it seems. And just take a breath and it'll be all right.
I'm just trying to think of my one still. Don't expect others to treat you like that you treat.
It's over now, bro. Anyway, guys.
Come on, one of you must be able to help me what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say,
I know what
right?
you're trying to say, bro. I know what you're trying to say. But basically, don't expect others to treat you how you would treat other people.
Yeah, but not just treat, with moral compass, respect.
Yeah, timings, the way that, like, the respect they have for you, the time that someone might give you, or the attitude someone might give you. Yeah. Like, most people, like, if you're a giving person, most people are not. Most people are very selfish. If you're a selfless person, pretty much like all of us are, like, unfortunately, you're probably hurt easier because you're like, I would never dream of treating you like that.
It's not so much treat. I meant more in business, but yeah.
Okay, business. You want to take? Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking
about. Oh, no, it weren't because of her.
Okay, that's what thought you was talking about.
Don't worry. It's cool.
No, I thought that's what I related it to. But in general, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And that as well, though. That does contribute to that, exactly that thing.
It does.
It false promises and
But I don't think people should do something for someone else I don't think someone should do something for someone expecting it back.
No.
For me, for example,
100%.
I would do anything for you guys because I know if I needed something else that you guys would do it anyway.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Don't do something in respect of someone else doing it back in return. Like,
fuck that.
I did that for you last week. Wait on a second, you don't favour, bro. Like,
you don't hold tabs on that. But I would only do that for people knowing that they would have my back, or they would like have me in certain ways I've had them.
Yeah.
That to me is enough. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like people hold tabs. Like, I remember when I did this. Just to have one up on you. I just think you don't want those types of people around you.
Yeah, I agree. Cool.
Sweet.
Don't lend money to people either.
Where did that one come from?
Because just this lesson that I learned. I've not even learned it because I'm not being stupid enough to do it. But bit of tangent. That's a very good lesson that I learned from someone else. She showed me this situation she's in right now, where she's giving money to someone that's a family friend, and it's an absolute fuckery what this person's doing, brother. And I'm like, I can't believe people actually lend money and then I can't believe people ask for money and then never pay it back.
I was going to say, but we've lent money.
Yeah, no. To friends, like to you're my brothers and my family, I would, but don't go lending fucking money to people, especially if they tell you they're in debt and they need money. Do not lend money to them.
All right, okay.
Sorry, that was
really random.
Well, I'll tell you the situation after, but that was a lesson that I would advise everyone. If you know someone's in financial difficulty and they're not really, really your friend, and then the reason why they're in financial difficulty is because they make bad decisions, don't fucking lend them.
Even if they are your friend, though, you've got to be careful.
Yeah, you have.
Bro, do you know how many relationships are ruined because of money, mate?
Yeah. 100%.
Like, I guarantee you, mate, there's some people that, even if they're your closest friend, when money comes into the mix, bro, like, it changes a lot of people.
I just can't believe how horrible people are.
I ain't got any to fucking give anyway,
they
mate.
have
Don't
no
worry about it.
They have no, like you said, they have no moral
I'll tell you a
compass.
story after this, bro.
Well, that's a good lesson as well for you, which all four boys here would advocate for, is you do need to be very careful about who you get into bed with in terms of business.
Yeah.
Like, you do need to pick carefully. Like, okay, like obviously me and you have known each other all our lives, right? But these boys chose to come into business with us and trust us with all of their money, and we've trusted them with all of our money in return. And so, okay, we've been blessed and lucky that it's paid off, right? But
that's a big risk.
That was probably one of the biggest risks we've ever taken. Like, going into business with people that we had no idea about. Didn't know the backgrounds, didn't know anything about them personally, like knew nothing about them. And now I don't think there's anything about each other that we don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like
Calculated risk, bro.
Yeah, that was so. But do you? Because again, we know boys on the right side that have done business with people that have told us horror stories about and taken all their money and shit like that. So be very, very, very careful about who you go into business with. Like if you are going to do like start online sales and all that, like check that person out to make sure that they're legitimate and you know what they're telling you is true and stuff like that. Because there's most people out there will happily just take you for a pound note, mate. Like.
Especially if you can see they've done it to someone before as well. Because if someone does something to someone, I think, could you do that to me?
Yeah.
Could you do that to me? Like you laugh, like when someone bullies another person, like, could you do that to me? Would you talk behind my back and say that? Would you steal my money?
Yeah.
Fucking would.
Same as a relationship, right? Yeah, there you go. That's a good question. Would you boys like properly get into a relationship with someone if that girl was with someone and they was having an affair on their current boyfriend and then was sleeping with you, and then would you then get in a relationship with that person?
No.
Look at the blow we was watching the other night. That's what she did, no? She
that's
left her fiance to get with him.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, never.
No, I have.
There has been successful stories where that has worked.
Yeah, of course.
Probably has, yeah, but still it just doesn't sit right.
The risk's too
I
high.
agree.
It's too high risk.
I feel like if you've got it in you, you've got it in you.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it once, you do it again.
Yeah.
Like if there is anyone out there that's kind of happened to, and there's like can be very specific scenarios where like she was in an awful or he was in a shit relationship and then they fell in love with someone else. Like, I get it can happen.
But there is two sides to every story.
There is two sides to it.
And what she's telling you about her horrible boyfriend might not necessarily be true.
Well.
Yeah, and him as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
It's
but
his
it goes
side,
both.
her
Yeah,
side, and
both.
the truth.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
But if you meet a girl on a night out and she's telling you how horrible her boyfriend is, I always take it with a pinch of salt. I'm not denying what she's saying. I'm just saying there's two sides of every story.
Yeah.
I've heard your piece, but I don't know his piece. I don't know who he is. But if you want to chop, I'll chop.
Yeah, well, if you want to chop, I'll chop.
It's true. But I'm not going to probably get into bed with you like as in a relationship now.
Yeah,
No.
I agree. I wouldn't
Put
do
you on
that.
my CV and that's about it.
You'd be lucky
Part-time.
to be on my CV.
Hob.
Oh, that's a nice one.
You was a nightmare at the Burley Pav. I don't know why I just thought of that. Well, one nightmare this guy was at the Burley Pav.
What was I?
Burley Pav, sorry, no, in Whit Sundays at the gaff we went to at fucking Magnums. Ended up leaving you by yourself,
He
mate.
stayed on his own. We're out on that.
These like come back and I was like, where's Mason? They're like, no, he's by himself. I was like, are you sure he knows you left? They're like, yeah, we told him and he said, I want to stay here.
Yeah, they did. It's like, we're going. You sure you want to stay? I was like, I'm staying here, mate.
He stayed on his own in Paddy's.
It's so funny,
It
bro.
was so shit in there and all.
Me and Dan just walked home and I was like, I ain't doing this shit.
I didn't expect all you lot to be awake when I walked in either.
I come back and I was just chilling and he's like ball through. I think they had their McSpicy or something. had an argument with someone at McDonald's and then come through and then you just come through. I was just like, where you been, mate? I was in different postcodes.
Remember the next morning?
Yeah. Yeah, bro was in a dark
Don't give too
place.
much away.
Yeah, don't give too much
Yeah.
away.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet, I need a piss.
Anyway, guys.
That was good. Good pod.
Yeah.
It was.
Hope you got a lot from that, guys.
And if you want more of this kind of information, please join therightside.com.
/, most of shitter. No pun intended.
Guys, more content coming soon. Love you all. Hit subscribe. See you in the next one.
Peace.
Like and comment. Thank
And
you.
like and comment.
Yeah,
But more importantly,
What about that comment in the comment section, Brad?
yeah, go on, tell him, Brett.
Just leave it in the comment section, innit?
Oh, and make sure you subscribe.
See you in the next.